Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 doo. Subscribe if you're interested. Sorry for that clearing of the throat. So I think today, I haven't done one of these in a while. I'm going to talk about TV that I'm watching. The series finale of Succession just happened. Just finished it maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes ago. Haven't had much time to think about it. But I just was thinking about how it ended for the four children. And I think I'm going to get into the details. Well, not deep details, but enough that will spoil the show. So, if you haven't seen the series finale, probably not a good idea to continue watching. Because I'm just going to talk about, I don't know, kind of work things through in my head out loud. And I'm curious how you feel about it. But basically, we had this back and forth with the company, and then another company with Skarsgård, Gojo, trying to come in and buy it, right? And he throws so much money at them that they cannot deny it. The board is like, we have to take this. But then the kids, through all these different hoops and things happen, and backstabbing and things like this, get to a point to where they're like, you know what, we're going to fight this, we're going to get people on our side to make the sale not happen, and we are going to run this company, and it's like our birthright because we are the kids, and our dad has left this to us, and we are going to run it. And they've sort of decided that Kendall is going to be the one to do it because, one, he wants it more, two, he wants it more, three, he wants it more, and it just kind of, at that moment, did seem like the route to go. So, ultimately, they go through the vote, and it's 6-6, people who are like, let's stop the deal, and people who say, let's keep the deal. The kids, again, want to stop the deal. And while the voting's happening, Shiv, the daughter of Logan, is like, you know what? I'm changing my mind. I am changing my mind. And in doing so, that means the kids just aren't involved anymore, right? They're done for, most likely, right? When Gojo or whatever it's called takes over, when Skarsgård takes over, they're done. So their legacy, everything that their dad has set up, they are no longer attached to. It's just over. It's all vanished, right? And her reasoning is basically, I just don't think my brother would be good at it. He wants it too badly in some ways, and I just don't think he would be good at it. And another thing to consider, his name is escaping me right now, but the guy from, gosh, why can't I think of his name? I need his name right now. His name is, he's from that Jane Austen book, when he does this. Gosh, so Shiv's husband, basically. If the deal goes through, he will be named American CEO of this company. And so she does have that going for her because she is pregnant and she's married to him. And I don't know if this is necessarily on her mind that as much, but if she says no, the deal will go through. We are going to keep the deal. She basically gets to have some power, some sway, because she is married to the American CEO of the company. Skarsgård's like, hey, I want you as the American CEO. And so she has a win-win. She either says no to the deal and sticks with it, but she doesn't believe her brother can hack it, or she says yes to the deal and her husband is CEO and she's still involved in it. So it doesn't completely vanish for her, but it does the other brothers, right? So there's where she's at. She, after the deal basically goes through, she is still with the company, which is interesting because if we look at where she started, she's sort of very anti-corporate, right? That's not her thing. And she's not even like a part of the company. And it's almost like a problem for the company because Royco, because she's on the outside and more into politics and things like that and doesn't have the same ethics, morals, or whatever as the company. But here she is now at the end, the only sibling who is still a part of it, who has become a part of it, and is high up there, at least in the American portion, right? So that's pretty interesting. Anti-corporate to top corporate when considering the immediate family. Greg is still there. They keep him along. Shiv's husband keeps him along for the ride in a very cute manner with a sticker. So we have Shiv, who at the beginning was like, this ain't for me. And now where is she? She's there. She's on top. And then we have Logan, who wanted it the most out of all of them. And he's the one who doesn't get it at all. It just all disappeared for him. Everything his dad built, he can never take it over. It's not his anymore. It's not even in the running to be his. And he just doesn't quite have the discipline or the abilities or the know-how to create something as good or better than what his dad did. Like, it just, he'll probably still be a businessman, but he can never reach what he almost had, or what he did have. He did have, very high things, but he'll never reach what his dad did. He didn't hear, and it's not going to happen. So that's interesting too. We have, okay, going back to Shiv, someone who wasn't involved and now and didn't want to be and is now on top. And we have someone who wanted it the most and it completely vanishes. And then we have, well, let's go to Connor first. Connor, I guess, got out the best out of everybody because he was never interested. You know Connor from Twister and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And he was just like a part of the family, just like, collecting checks and things like that. I mean, I guess he has some like marital issues and things like that going on. But, to him, he's just like an old money, probably not old money, but he's just a rich guy who's not involved and gets to continue being rich and living in a really nice apartment that was left to him. So he has that. So that's, he kind of skated through the whole thing, I think. Minus, relationship issues. He needs to work on those or let go of them, probably would be better. But then you have, so we talked about, did I say Kendall? I meant, was I saying like Logan or something? Was I screwing that up? Anyway, we were talking about Shiv. Then we were talking about Kendall. I might have been saying Logan the whole time. I can't remember now. And then we had Connor. But now let's go to Roman, Kieran Culkin. His is interesting because we see him at the end when he loses everything. Like, this is not his life anymore. He will not control anything here. And he's getting a drink at a bar. Looks like a martini. I didn't pay attention to what kind. And he takes a drink, and I feel like there's something in his face that reads that he's sort of become the most enlightened, and we get some of that from some of the language he was saying earlier to Kendall when he's like, Kendall, it's over. It's not going to happen. We are bull excrement. All of this is bull excrement. It's almost like he's enlightened at this moment. Like he's realized none of this stuff matters. We don't need to be a part of this. We shouldn't be a part of this. This stuff shouldn't even exist. So why am I going to be a pawn within it? So it's almost like he is sort of in a way where Connor is, but maybe in a better place. Maybe? I don't know. That's what I was getting from it. that he is just kind of like going to live off the wealth that he has and just kind of skate through, have fun, do what he wants, sort of thing. And this didn't overly damage him that he isn't in control of the company. Where with Kendall, I think it really did damage him. Was I calling Kendall Logan earlier? I'm not going to edit this. This is a one take. But yeah, Kendall, he's just in a position where he's very upset, and I don't know how you recover, because I think he's just going to be sad forever that this did not work out for him. So, yeah. But I really did like seeing the ending for all of these siblings. Again, one more time, I'm going to try and condense this. We have Shiv, who started in politics and was sort of anti everything that the company stood for, and now is in charge of it in a way. She's very close proximity to the top. And then we have Kendall, wanted it more than anybody. Doesn't have it at all, and won't, and can't, and he won't reach anything similar. And then we have Connor, just skated through, but seems like his marriage is on the rocks, but it was never not on the rocks, is the relationship there. And then Roman, who to me again feels the most enlightened and is able to just let go of all of this. Is that everybody's reading of everything? That's kind of where I'm at. And I'm glad that everything with Roman anyway. I hope I'm reading it right anyway. Just it did seem like he was able to let go of it and find peace. I need to rewatch it though, but that was my initial reading, is that he was like, this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I'm not gonna give it much more thought. I'm just gonna drink this martini, and this was just sort of a blip in my life, and I'm gonna move forward and live off this wealth. You know, that sort of thing. Anyway, do you like Succession? Did you watch it? I just wanted to get my thoughts out there for proximity. I haven't done a talk on the TV that I'm watching in a while. I did finish a show a while ago that I would like to talk about eventually, just because I feel like it was a huge part of my life, in a way. Walking Dead, basically. I finished Walking Dead, but haven't done a thing on it yet. But yeah, what did you think of Succession? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. I really liked it. I thought it was a great show. Really good show. I can see it having rewatchability too. I can imagine myself going back and revisiting it. Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot out there to watch. I don't really revisit stuff that much anymore unless I'm working. So maybe I would watch it while I'm working. I don't know. But there are some great intense moments during this, like when the vote was starting, the music was hitting hard, Skarsgård was getting pumped, getting everybody in the voting room was really cool, all of that. Anyway, again, thank you so much for watching, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.